Hey, my lovelies. I hope you're all safe and well. Monday blessings to you. Sorry, it's a bit later in the day. I am not going to lie, I am knackered. I've had a bit of a spiritual hangover this morning in a good way. Last night was a very late night by the time I got back and everything else. But I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that came to my night in Seend Community Centre in Wiltshire. It was an amazing show. We had a really cool time. There's some great messages coming in from the spirit world, and we had some fun. We had some banter. Thank you to all of those that sort of supported Mum's stall by buying purchases, and more importantly, for everybody that wished her a bit of a happy birthday sing-along. Yes, that did happen. It was Mum's birthday last night, and I also used it as a little bit of a time for karma. So I thought I'd quickly tell you the story, because I think I started to talk about it on stage last night, and then because Spirit were just so chatty in my head, I don't think I finished the story. I think I got a bit diverted. So basically, what used to happen then, so when I was a kid, so my birthday is like the 19th of January, so we always used to tie in like a pantomime for my birthday. That was like the tradition that we did pretty much every year. And so one year, I think I was about like 13 or 14, I know I was starting to go through puberty, and we went to see a show in Bath Theatre. It was either Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella. I was trying to think of what the show was. I can't quite remember now. I want to say it might have been Sleeping Beauty. Anyway, whatever it was, Dominic Woods was in the show, and he was playing Buttons, and he was really back known in the day for being this big upcoming magician and everything else, you know. It was when he was doing more of his magic stuff. So, and he was playing the role of Buttons, and at the end of the show, they usually do a few birthday shouts, and basically he would shout your name, and you had to say back, "Cooey," and then you would just get like a little acknowledgement, basically. Well, Mum and Dad, mainly Mum, I think, decided to sort of book me to have a happy birthday little slot by Dominic Woods as Buttons. So it was towards the end of the show. They did the birthday shouts. I'm still in therapy for this now, by the way. Like, I've been scarred from pantomimes because of this. And then I wasn't known as Mitch back then. I was in school, but a lot of people outside still called me Michael, which is my official name. So he was like, "Michael Garlington, give us a cooey." And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So like, and it was like, "Cooey," because my voice dropped halfway through. And then Dominic Woods was like, "Happy birthday." I don't know if that was a 50-year-old guy or if that was a young kid. And everybody laughed, and I was just haunted from that experience. And then every pantomime afterwards, I couldn't relax and enjoy the show, because I'd be thinking, shit, am I going to get called out for something because it's my birthday here? So yeah, that was the story that goes with the thing. So last night, I did genuinely want my mum to have a cool happy birthday message, but it was also karma being dished. And I thought, you know, my former self, who's still traumatized and in therapy from that period of pantomime days, was like, we're going to get our own back. And she did go beetroot red, but she did also enjoy it. So thank you so much. But that's the story that goes with that experience. Anyway, next year, March time, I'm going to be back in Seend. So if you enjoyed last night's show, there is going to be an opportunity to come back next year around March. So looking forward to that. I will let you know more dates as and when. But thank you very much for all the love last night. I've had some cool messages as well. So I'm just really pleased that the connections made sense for you. Anyway, what are we doing this week? I always feel when I do mediumship that I become very into my witchcraft again. It resonates so deep. It's part of my entwinement, I feel, of my magic. So this week I wanted to work with the witch's runes, because I'm feeling very drawn, very guided to those. So let's see what the message is for this Monday and the coming week ahead. Channeling these runes for the highest of good. Let's just see what we need to know about, see what the energies are taking us for this week. Oh, we had this on Mondays, on the monthly Taroscope, if you've kind of caught up with that. If you've yet to see that, go and check it out. Rune of Crossroads. I think a lot of us are in a sort of place where we feel a bit stuck, where we feel a little bit torn between head and heart. Head is saying one thing, heart is saying another. We might just feel like we're being pulled in different directions, and different requirements of life are almost kind of being placed or put upon us. at the moment. Lots of people I'm talking to in readings have a version or a vision of what they want their life to be, but then there's a restriction of where they find themselves, and sometimes external forces or circumstances are at play which are really preventing their own sort of personal progression. I know that a lot of people I'm talking to are caring for parents or people in ill health, or are maybe just having to really hold space, and so they're feeling quite stuck, they're feeling quite restricted. So if you're in that sort of restrictive stage, this is a really important time to just be enough for yourself. If it gets a little bit complicated, if it gets a little bit overwhelming, just pause, just give back to you. That's really mega important with this. But also with the Rune of Crossroads, listen to the heart, because the heart is very much that human kind of compass or that human pendulum that can just guide you forward on the path. And ask for spirit to sort of clear the road. So if you feel like things are a little bit blocked or a little bit stuck and a bit stagnant, literally call your loved ones or your highest guide that can stand with you and ask for the road to become clear. I've had to do that recently with venues because I was getting like a real run of not hearing back from venues. So I did a spell recently, and it's called a Clearing of the Crossroads spell. So it's a great one to use with the Rune of Crossroads. And since then, I've got 4 or 5 venues that I need to reply to in my inbox that have just come about out of nowhere that were just not there before. So it's quite good sometimes to just clear out the rubbish and to sort of move the stagnant energy or the debris, and sometimes the expectations that are being put upon us from other people or from outside spaces, because that can sometimes block the path we need to be on. So keep staying real, keep staying authentic, live the path that you need to walk, as opposed to what is being expected from you, you know? So I hope that makes sense for this week. What do I need to let you know about? No events this week. I'm just doing Zooms, and then I'm prepping for the big one next Wednesday, down or up, I should say, in Blackburn, which I'm really excited about. So I will be in Blackburn Empire Theatre next Wednesday, the 11th. If you're in and around the Blackburn area, come and support, come and buy a ticket. It will be amazing to see you there. I'm mega excited. I'm mega buzzing for it. So yeah, going to leave that with you. I hope it makes sense. If you want to book in Zoom sessions, I am going to be on a holiday shutdown very soon towards the end of the month, because I'm going to be having a week's holiday in the Isle of Wight. But if you want to come and book a session, drop me a message. Let's get you booked in. Just a reminder that upfront payment is required for any events, so any Zoom sessions booked. And also just a reminder with the way that I read with a mix, a blend of tarot and mediumship. I never do just pure mediumship unless that is being guided. Sometimes it does happen, but you know, when you book a reading, just know that you will be getting a mix of both. The reason I do both is because as a medium, I can never guarantee a link. I can never guarantee a connection is possible. And I don't actually proclaim to be able to do that. So tarot is always good as a fallback. And sometimes spirit will use the tarot cards to then link in. So actually tarot does have its place. It is quite important as well. But I'm getting quite a lot of people asking me, they want readings, but they don't want tarot. They just want mediumship. That's not how I work as a reader. It's almost a bit like someone trying to sort of ask, can you take me for a lift somewhere in a car? But I don't drive a manual, I only drive an automatic. I read tarot the way I read. And if you resonate with that, great. If you don't, I can't change my format, because that's my way of reading and driving with my spiritual work. So got to keep it real. But if it's not your style, there are plenty of other fantastic readers out there, because I am not for everybody. I can't be for everybody. So again, I do have to keep my work real. But for those that do support, thank you so much. So have a cool week. Look after yourself. Don't get consumed in this. And I will catch up with you lovelies very soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.